Morning, Biggie.
Morning. Good Tuesday morning to you. That means it's Monday. Just had my live last night. Had a new sub come up in there. Appreciate you. Custom screen printing, I think his name is.
Yeah, then there was Jory.
There was Jory in there. And I don't know if he subbed up or not, but Custom Screen said he did, so there's that.
His name is Wayne.
There's something I didn't bring up on my live last night that I meant to. Folks, y'all out there thinking people support Trump or Nazis, go educate yourself as to what a Nazi is, and that means you think I'm a Nazi. That means you've made me your enemy. So be it. I'm an old Marine. I know how to be nice, and I also know how to detach from my emotions. Just bear that in mind. Yeah, a little food for thought there for you. Of course, if you can support what the Democrat Party supports, which is communism, well, I guess we are enemies. Because you support something that is against our constitutional republic in America, and I can't abide by that. And I'll tell y'all something else. It's called trust. Who can you trust? Folks, there's people out there who've got people that they think because they've known them for a long time and think they can trust them. You can't trust them. They lying to you. Yeah, all my life, I've mentioned having confronted because of my gut people I thought did me wrong. Oh, you're just overreacting. You're just overthinking. You're just this. You're just that. They'd first deny and then say it was me. So I was the one in the wrong. No, I wasn't in the wrong. I was right. They was denying and lying. The one person that any man should be able to trust above any and all turns out to have been and remains my worst enemy. Had a little bit of a blow, but old Marine and me, I cut that off and not care. Like, okay, you're my enemy. You've proven to be my enemy. Why should I have any care for you? I pray for you. I wouldn't try to harm you or see you go without, but you're still my enemy. So keep that in mind. I've known this person for so long, and I trust them. They lie and tell you. And because you've known them for so long, especially if they're younger and you've known them for a long time, you know them way back when. Well, things, especially politics, will change a person. Money and greed will change a person. Going along a certain ideology, and that's how you've been getting paid and getting the business. People will lie for it. I don't care how well you think you know them. I've seen some of the nicest people in the world be the worst scallywags out there. And I've seen a lot of people who you'd think was the worst be the best of people. That's why I like people that are straight up. That'll tell you exactly what they're thinking and not put no whitewash on it. You know, I got people that I've known for a long time. I wouldn't trust them no further than I could throw them because I figured it out. And I've got people I ain't known that long I would trust with my life. A couple of them are little sneaky snakes and did a little something nice for us. And still gonna have to whoop that boy, girl. Probably with a big old hug, but I'm gonna whoop him nonetheless. But those are people I know I could trust with my life. There'd never be a question. I ain't known them that long. Then there's people I've known for a long time. My best friend. In the end, I couldn't trust him. He was as smart as they come. He had a brain pan I'd put up against any of you. But he was one of them educated idiots. He worked to get his degree in mechanical engineering, but it took him 8 years to get a 4-year degree because he had to work a full-time job.
He was one of them liberal educated idiots.
Well, his thing was whatever could be whatever. And he didn't know any difference because he listened to the mainstream media when he did listen to the news. He's got a son that didn't have nothing to do with him the last few years, and don't have nothing to do with his grandparents. Gave up seed to a lesbian couple so they could have a child, and gave up all parental rights to that child, which meant his grandparents couldn't have anything to do with that child because they represent traditional life. I feel sorry for that kid. I really do. Because they're not just out there with it, they're fanatical and extreme about it. But I found out you can't trust who you think you can trust. You know, I've seen bikers on the road. They used to be a stigma about bikers and truckers long ago. I trust a trucker before I would most. These bikers I would trust before I would most. Because you look at them, you wouldn't think you could. But if you good people, they got you back.
We got several trucker friends.
Yeah.
And we know.
But I'm talking about back in the day.
Yeah.
Truckers weren't looked at so well. They were looked at slightly above bikers, and bikers weren't looked at well at all. You know, they were looked at as the rebels, this, that, and the other thing. They're the warriors, people. They're the ones when something goes down, they got you back. If you've been nice to them, they got you back. Yeah, you ain't got to approve of their lifestyle. It ain't for you. But if you good people, they can tell. They've been out there and seen the worst of the worst. And if you've been nice to them, they gonna have you back. You know, here a couple of years or so ago, I was involved with a bunch of Vietnam vets and everything, and there was one. She called me up. She wasn't a vet, but she was involved with vets, and started blessing me out. Now, this is somebody who told me she loved me. Annaline started blessing me out because allegedly I had told somebody else they weren't saved. When did I do that? Well, he said you did it, and this, that, and the other. And I've known him longer than I've known you. Needless to say, I no longer talk to that woman. I blocked her, cut her off. And there's some kind of misunderstanding went on there, or somebody wanting sympathy, or, that person may have listened to something I had said on one of my videos, took it personally, and cried about it. Little wimp. And then, Elaine got involved in the conversation, and she tried to tell Elaine that it wasn't none of her business. She needed to get out of it. Oh, crap. Folks, Elaine went off on that woman. It scared me. I'm just going to tell y'all. You can't trust 90% of the time a lot of folks whom you think you can trust. They're getting some kind of usury out of you. And it don't necessarily have to be monetary. They're going to lie to you to keep getting it. So, y'all keep that in mind. I've seen it and played myself in my own personal life. I defended somebody because I thought others were unjustly mistreating this person. Put myself out there for them. Went to bat for them, fought for them. Turns out they were the ones that was using me because they were the ones lying. And the person I was chewing up one side and down the other provided me proof of things and everything. Took the air out of my sails for one. Made me feel like a stupid fool. Of which I was. Because I chose to believe the liar instead of the one telling the truth. Fortunately, God hadn't cut me off to a reprobate mind, so I was able to recognize the truth when it was being shown to me. There's a lot of truth out there, folks, and there's a lot of folks out there refusing to see it. That's what's got y'all's minds in a turmoil, because you see the truth, but you want to reject it because it goes against what you want things to be instead of what things are. Y'all think about it. Piggy loves you.